Picture this. You're an ambitious entrepreneur or a savvy investor seeking that elusive golden opportunity. You've heard whispers about the lucrative potentials of importing gold, but the process seems shrouded in mystery. But what if you could tap into a global market, sourcing gold at a competitive prices and transform them into a valuable bullion for the US market? In this exclusive webinar, we'll unveil the secret of international gold trade and equip you with the knowledge to navigate the complex world of precious metal imports. And you'll discover the hidden opportunities in sourcing gold from international mines, how to critical regulations and requirements for legally importing gold, and how to maximize the profit while staying compliant. Whether you're a seasoned trader or a curious newcomer, this webinar will empower you to make informed decisions and potentially unlock a new stream of wealth. Don't let this golden chance slip through your fingers, and join us and learn how to import your way to success and to the glittering world of gold. So we're going to discuss okay, let's start with Phoenix Global. Phoenix Global is my company, and my name is Sumaya Jibril. We do global product sourcing, risk mitigation for import and export, customs brokerage, freight forwarding, and warehousing. And this is our phone number. This is where we could be reached, and our PO box. Yes, so when you're importing to the United States, you need to adhere to all rules and regulations, especially with U.S. Customs and with U.S. laws and the foreign country that you're importing from. So the type of gold that are allowed for importing are gold coins, metals, bullions, and these items, lucky for us, can be imported duty-free in the United States. However, they must be declared to U.S. Customs and Border Protection upon entry. Everything you bring to the United States has to be declared to U.S. Customs. The gold jewelry can be brought to the U.S. and you don't have to pay duty for it. But if they exceed value of $10,000, then you do need to declare it. So when the value exceeds the $10,000, there's a form, a financial form called FinCEN 105 form that needs to be filled out to let them know that, hey, I have with me values of $10,000. Same thing happens with money. And there's a reporting requirement for you, for the banks, anything over $10,000, it has to be reported. And this form is used to go in and outside the United States if you're bringing more than $10,000. So gold bullions and coins are not considered monetary instrument for this requirement, but they still have to be declared. Yes, so let's get to the prohibited sources. So if the gold originates from like Sudan, Iran, Cuba, it's prohibited from being entered into the United States. That's according to the Office of Foreign Asset Control. These countries are prohibited, and people from these countries, unless they have like visas, specific visas, it's hard for them to come to the United States. And because of their situation and how they don't comply with U.S. Laws or share information with the United States regarding terrorists, they're on the restricted list. So you cannot bring gold from these countries or anything for that matter. Yes. So what you need to do, the process is when you arrive at the border, you'll meet a CBP officer. Even before you get there, they'll be in the plane. They'll give you that form that says, do you want to declare anything? And you could declare the gold, and you'll speak to the CBP officer, which is the Customs and Border Protection Officer, and let them know that you have gold. And you'll provide accurate information, the value, the type of gold that's being imported, the FinCEN Form 105. And if you're going to do this, on a business level, it's essential that you talk to a licensed customs brokers. If you're unsure about the process, they'll be able to assist you with the paperwork, compliance, and ensuring that your shipment clears, especially if you're shipping the gold. So there are no import tax on gold, coins, metals, or bullions. And then if you don't declare it, you will be fined and there will be delays. So just declare it. It doesn't cost you anything, so that you're on a safe, on a safe journey. It is important that if you're going to ship your gold, you have security and insurance. So security when transporting your gold from the place, from the mine, or from that country to get you into the port, and then from the port to the United States, you want all the security, all the insurance, and you want the insurance to cover the price of the gold, the price of the shipping, the price of the insurance, so that if something was to happen to it, the insurance will cover you to redo everything again, which is to buy the gold, to ship it, and buy insurance for it. Importing from Africa. A lot of people import from Africa, and Phoenix Global is expanding its territory to countries like Ghana in order to bring gold to the United States for its clients. So there's a lot of regulatory compliance that needs to be met, especially in Ghana. The supply chain transparency, the security. You could be robbed, your life could be at risk if you're going from the gold mines and bringing these golds to the United States. So it's important that you have security. I can't stress that enough. And ensure that you have ethical sourcing, and that it's not children mining these golds when you're getting them from those countries, and you follow African regulations when you do so. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your gold importation process is smooth and compliant with U.S. regulation. I believe there's additional information about the African one, bringing it here. So with exporting gold from Africa, they go through various channels. So it's not as simple as importing it into the United States, right? So you need to go through the official government exports. You need to talk to a licensed dealer and international trading companies, so that you're ensuring transparency, legal compliance. So they implement stringent regulations governing the export of gold. So these regulations are in place, again, to combat illegal mining activities and promote responsible sourcing. So the challenges in importing African gold to the United States is the regulatory compliance and knowing your customer rules. And the price volatility, because gold is influenced by global economic conditions, the price of gold. So it's important to make sure when you should buy it or how. And Phoenix Global can assist with that. So the customs clearance is, as we discussed, no import duty. We need to declare it. So we need to do the process of entry. Custom will need to examine it. They need to appraise it, classify it, and do the liquidation with CBP. So again, licensed broker would really be helpful in this situation. Then the country of origin is really important. It must be properly marked on the gold items to be like from Ghana. Make sure that you're not bringing. So for example, situations happen where restricted countries items end up on a non-restricted country and people bring it from there. So for example, if the gold is from Iran, but it was being sold in Ghana and you brought it there, you brought it to the US not knowing that, that's a violation, and it could cost you a lot of money with the government. So it's important that your goods are classified, which again, we could help with. And then make sure the valuation of gold is accurate when you're talking with the CBP officer at the border, or when you're shipping it, when you're declaring it on the form. And again, as an importer, you're responsible for the goods that you bring into the United States. So it's essential that you do your due diligence, and we're more than happy to help you achieve that. What we're trying to do with Phoenix Global when it comes to gold is, if this golds are brought from specific mines, you're able because gold prices are the same across the globe, but if it's brought from the mines, it's a lot. It could be sold for a lot more. And that way, if you're an investor and you want to purchase gold and you want to invest in non-traditional products, gold is the one for it. If you guys have any questions, please email us, and we're more than happy to respond to your questions. And thank you so much for attending the webinar. And again, my name is Sumaya Jibril. I'm a risk mitigator and product sourcer. We do global product sourcing, risk mitigation for import and export, customs brokerage, freight forwarding, and warehousing. See you next month.